It's absolutely vital that today on Remembrance Sunday we remember the sacrifices that were made so that we can live a life of freedom and liberty within Scotland today. We are reminded that conflict has returned to our borders. Conflict is back in Europe, and we have to remember the sacrifices that are made so that we could live a life of freedom and democracy within our society today.
And as you say, conflict is unfortunately still raging around the world today. Are there any cases in particular that you'll have in your mind as we fall silent at 11 o'clock?
All of us thought that the Second World War would be the end of conflict in Europe, but yet today we find a conflict in Europe, in Ukraine, where the Ukrainian people fight for their liberty and for their freedom in the face of Russian aggression. And we must stand in solidarity with the people of Ukraine. And we must remember today especially the sacrifices that were made by previous generations so that we can live in liberty today. On Remembrance Sunday, I remember particularly all those who lost their lives, but especially my late uncle, my mother's brother, Corporal Thomas Hunter, who fell at Lake Camacho on the 3rd of April 1945. He was 21 years of age. He laid down his life to protect his troop and consequently was posthumously awarded the Victoria Cross, the highest award for bravery in the United Kingdom. Now, although that award was given to my late grandmother and my late grandfather, it was of limited comfort to them because they had lost their son. My mum had lost her brother. Her brothers had lost their brother too. So we remember fondly the sacrifice he made so that we could live in freedom and pay tribute to the bravery and the courage that he demonstrated.
If I could ask maybe a bit of a personal question, but is that Victoria Cross, is the medal itself still in the family?
The Victoria Cross was presented to the Royal Marines by my grandmother in the 1970s. It's held in custody by the Royal Marines and is entrusted to them to make sure that is preserved for the memory of the Royal Marines.